Hello, welcome. My name is Icewind, and this is going to be a Sushie Peach Warp tutorial. So Sushie Peach Warp is kind of a not very useful trick, but in most situations, but it has its uses in bingos. So if you're doing a Paper Mario bingo, you might have a use for this. Sushie Peach Warp is a way to do Peach Warp without requiring Lackluster. So if you have a goal on your bingo card that involves getting to Chapter 7, but you have no reason to go to Chapter 6 to get Lackluster, so for example, if you have get Super Jump Charge, or get PFD Down, or an Ice Potato, those would be some goals where you might want to use Sushie Peach Warp if you don't have to go to Chapter 6 to get Lackluster. So as you'll see, I don't have Lackluster, I only have Sushie, Bombette, Mario, Koopa, and Parakarry, which is a typical bingo situation you'll find yourself in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is be here in the volcano and save at this save block. The reason you're saving, just make sure you save, because this trick is very prone to soft locking, but if you save here, it's fine because you can just reset and do it again. And the soft locking is really only in the first part, so the resets are pretty fast. So first thing you want to do is, down here you'll notice that there's a spring, and if you fall in a certain way, you can actually land on that spring from this top platform. So what you want to do is you want to start by moving Mario over close to the edge here, and then, not like that. And once you're kind of close to the edge, just hold down and then roll to down right / like full right. You'll get a feel for it as you do it, but the idea is you just hold down and then roll to right, and Mario should just land on the spring really easily. If you want to practice that, every time you land on the spring, make sure you leave the room and come back, otherwise the game is soft lock. But again, just hold down, hold right-ish, down right, in between down right and right, and you'll land on the spring really easily. The next part is can also be a little tricky, and will require you to kind of get a feel for it. But the idea is you need to spin jump into the save block. So you can't jump into the save block. You need the twirl of Mario to be the thing that hits the save block. Also, something I forgot to mention, you do need to have super boots to do this. Normal boots won't work, and if you have the ultra boots, you can do it with the ultra boots, but if you have ultra boots, that means you have Lackluster, so there's really no use for this trick. Just do the normal Peach Warp. But the idea is you're going to want not the first jump, but the spin part to be the thing that hits the save block, and I'll show you what that means real quick. So people have slightly different setups to do this. I know Butterlord likes to stand right here and do it. I personally like to have a running jump right about here, and then spin right about, and then hit A again to spin right as I'm under the save block. Some people like to do it moving vertically. I'm not a fan of that, but do whatever you think feels comfortable to spin into the save block, and you'll see what I mean. And this part is just going to be having to get a feel for it. The timing can be kind of weird, but here's how I do it. Okay, so unfortunately I missed. I spun a little too early, and if you miss the spin, you actually soft lock, so you have to reset. So I'll try it again. If you miss the spin, don't worry about it. It happens. It's a hard trick. It's a pretty tight window to get it. So just reset and then hit the spring again. So now I'm back to where I started, really fast, so it's not a big deal. So right there, I spun right as I was under the save block, and the save menu should come up, and Mario should be able to move. If you can't move, then something went wrong. I don't know what that would be. You just need to hit the spring and then have the spin be into the save block. If you just hit the save block without spinning, then the game will soft lock, and you'll have to reset again. So this next part, also you have to make sure Bombette is your active partner for this next part. What you're going to want to do is you want to come over here to, like close to the loading zone here, and then hit C right to open up the partner menu. So now Mario can't move. So what you want to do is, it doesn't matter if you save or not. I like to not save because it makes the text box go away faster. So have the arrow highlight or hover over Bombette and hit A and then A again to bring the partner menu back up. And so from here, there's this part is a little bit complicated, so I'll walk through it slowly and then show it all at once, and then I'll do it again. So tap down twice so that Sushie is now the selected partner, and what you're going to do is you are going to hit C down, and Mario will throw Bombette. As soon as Bombette is walking along the ground, hit A, and that will both select a partner and make Mario jump. And then once Mario is in the air, you're going to hit A again to spin jump. And after Mario spin jumps, you want to spin into the loading zone. So hold right and mash Z after you do your spin jump in midair. You want to enter the loading zone as fast as possible. So as you can see, I can move now with this partner menu up. So if I hit A, I'll select something but also jump. So I'm using that first select where I select Sushie to jump, and then I'm going to hit A one more time while I'm in midair to do a spin jump. So altogether, it's going to look like this: C down, A, mash C, spin into the loading zone, and now I'm riding Sushie. So I'll do that one more time, just so you can see the whole thing. In my opinion, the hitting the save block with the spin jump is actually the hardest part of this trick. That one probably will take you the most amount of tries to really get a feel for. Messing this up a little bit, that's okay. Okay, so I hit A too late and didn't hit the save block, so I'm going to have to reset one more time. So we'll try that one more time. Alright, I hit the save block, come over here, then part menu, hit A again to clear that text. Down twice, C down, A. Okay, so there, I actually messed up, I made a slight mistake. I chose Sushie too early. So that's something to be wary of. You want to make sure that Bombette has already been thrown before you select Sushie. That way you can get a jump. You can jump and select Sushie with the same A input. And that just makes the timing for the spin jump a little bit easier. So we'll do it one more time. Okay, messed that up. That's going to happen a lot. Again, don't worry about it. It's a really tricky timing. A. So there, I delayed my A press to jump by a lot. You actually have a pretty big window to select Sushie. You just have to make sure that Mario is actionable so you get the A input at the same time. Hello, I'm re-recording this last part because I realized there is I didn't record the ending, or didn't explain the ending. There is actually a chance to get stuck at the very end, so I want to explain kind of what I'm doing here, so people don't get stuck and then have to redo the whole thing. So after you get the Sushie glitch, this first room is pretty easy. You just spin full right and then go into the loading zone. Really easy. This room you zip through like that. Don't even have to do anything. This room, it's pretty important that you don't go onto this landmass area, like this little middle room. So you can either go up or you can dive under out of bounds here and just swim like this. This way I think is a little bit faster. And then you just click back and bounce like that. And then from here you dive to get on this little side platform, dive again to get to the top part and to the loading zone. These enemies, they can't notice you and first strike you, but if you touch them you will encounter them, which would be very bad. You don't want that to happen. So just avoid them. And then from here you're in a little like ditch here, so you have to like dive to get out, and just enter the loading zone. First few rooms are pretty easy. It's really the last two rooms that can give people trouble. So again, just keep swimming across this room. This room, just so you don't freak out, if this happens to you, it just means that you're trying to swim up the block, so go around the block. Don't freak out, it's okay. From here, you're going to hold down and then dive underneath this wall. Get to over about here, the loading zone's there, you just go. Stairs are pretty finicky with Sushie, so the goal here is going to be dive and get to the second staircase, dive, or kind of hold up right-ish, get to the second staircase, dive again, hold up left, get to the fourth staircase, and then dive one last time to get to the top floor. It's going to look like this. You dive, hold kind of up right-ish. You know, that can happen too. This game is really weird with how it positions Sushie. So if you kind of end up at the top here, like again, now I'm like stuck underneath. It's really weird how this game does Sushie and stairs. But the goal is, if you have to, just, you know, dive, take them one step at a time. But your goal is to get up here in the end. Even if you're like under the water, you can still hit this loading zone. So just kind of swim and you'll get to the loading zone. This last room can be annoying. If you're too slow going up these stairs, you actually will soft lock. Or I don't know if it's a soft lock, but you can get stuck, and it's a big pain. You'll have to do like a trick again. So from here, you actually have to stand here. If you go over here, you're like here, you can't actually dive. That's weird. So you have to stand here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive and hold up right, and my goal is going to be to get to the fourth staircase. So I'm going to dive and hold up right, and then from there you have to be pretty fast. You're just going to hold, you're going to try and get speed, hold right, dive again, and get to the very top. So fast, it's going to kind of look like this. Dive, try to get up to a staircase, and then dive again, hopefully get to the top, dive one more time. Just keep holding right and diving. You need to be fast. If you're a little too slow, you'll get caught in the lava, which would be unfortunate if that happened to you. But just make sure, you saw there, I moved back a little bit to the left to make sure I got enough speed before the dive. If you dive in place, it gets really wonky. So just make sure you have enough speed and you hold right and you dive. If you get to a staircase, just dive again. You just want to get to that top, that final platform where the cutscene starts before the lava hits you. And so that's Sushie Peach Warp. This is now the Peach cutscene. I think this is save and continue, so I'm gonna, no save and continue. Yeah, it is. I think I'm actually in chapter 7, so this is actually a soft lock. Fun fact. This is just an infinite loading zone. So that's Sushie Peach Warp. If you have any questions, you can message me on Discord. I'm Icewind. I'm in the Paper Mario server, or if you can tweet at me at Icewind on Twitter, and I will answer any questions I can. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video helps.